Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and holy crap, did you guys see the debate? If you can even call it a debate. To be honest, this was not up to standard of what I would call good content. This was basically a Twitter, crypto Twitter bear market sentiment discussion. If you can even call it a discussion. Oh my god! So I don't know where to start with this, right? I've got a lot of talking points that I want to get through. I don't want to waste all your time. You can go and watch the entire interview yourself. There are a few people that were streaming it. I was on a panel of people from Arcade to Earn. They're like a group that is participating in both ecosystems, and we're just talking about it, right? And then we went off. We went to watch the interview, and then we came back to talk again about it. And man, if people were divided, they're even more divided right now. Let's get to it, right? This first things first. This was a debate between Star Atlas and Illuvium. We were hoping to get a debate between two figureheads that were leaders in their space of Web3 gaming. Instead, what we got was like a catfight of Kieran trying to hurl offensive jabs to Star Atlas and Michael defending, evading, and giving answers that he just wasn't happy with. So, first off, what we're going to actually watch is what someone prominent in the Illuvium community thought about Kagi. And Kagi is this guy in the middle. He is a clown. He was not up to scratch to host this debate. Let's have a listen to see what he said.
I got a hot take for sure. I've got a lot of thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Let's start with the debate itself. So the moderation by Kagi was terrible. Arguably the worst moderation I think I've ever seen of any debate of all time. He covered up Kieran's face at the beginning with a video window when he was introducing himself.
I'm going to see if I can show you that just very quickly. It is the worst thing to see, right?
It's on. Even at midnight.
Look at this.
It's very good for Web3, and I think
Kieran, like this is the start of the interview.
Everyone listening. You just touched on it. We're
like,
a universe.
What is happening?
3 games to start off with.
Bro, take your face off him. He's talking.
The auto battler component. We then have
anyway. Okay, we're gonna stop it there. Let's keep going with what he continues to say.
Resubscribe to Zoom mid debate. The debate almost ended, baiting his followers into literally giving him super chats to pay to keep the debate going. That's number 2. Number 3, it's embarrassing to even use Zoom at all as a platform. He's not a boomer. He's a professional full-time content creator. He should be using a platform like Ninja or Streamlabs OBS or what full-time creators use. Literally beginning creators just use OBS, which is a professional platform. He's using Zoom. That was embarrassing. Also, that's number 3. Number 4, Kagi debated on the behalf of Star Atlas during the debate. That's his prerogative to do that. Come on. I thought this was supposed to be a debate.
He was biased.
He was supposed to be the moderator. He completely punted his moderator duties and just came in to just attract attention. And that's the final point about the debate, and we can move on to the actual points from the guys.
That's just what the thoughts they had on for Kagi himself, right? Not the actual debate. So first thing we got from this was that the debate moderator was a crap moderator, okay? Super crap moderator. Ah, man, okay. So I'm going to move to what I feel the debate was mostly about. So first off, I'm going to give you my ideas, right? There were good questions by Kieran. Yes. There were also very low blows by Kieran. He was not a gentleman at all. He was a bit of an asshole. And if you are watching this from Illuvium, you're part of the community there. As you can tell, I speak my mind. Yes, I'm part of Star Atlas. I'm also part of Illuvium, okay? Kieran was an asshole, okay? This was not a debate. This was a crypto Twitter shitposting that was allowed to translate itself onto YouTube, and that should not happen, okay? I had really high hopes for this discussion. It did not turn out well. So another topic I came across with was that, so there were some key expectations, right? Kieran was just not happy and not understanding the scope of what Star Atlas and Michael Wagner was trying to achieve. And he's like, oh, you're selling 200 million worth of ships, and I'm trying to stop people. I'm trying to stop retail from getting wrecked. He just didn't seem to understand what Star Atlas was trying to achieve. Okay. And just because Star Atlas was going about it a different way to him and his team, he was not happy with this. Now, we're going to watch about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes of this segment of the interview itself. I'm going to link the entire interview down here. You go and give Kagi your own likes and subscribes. Don't mind. I don't care. Just watch this little section and you can get a feel of the entire interview, right? From this 3-minute section, okay? This is Kieran just constantly jabbing and being not a gentleman, and Star Atlas Michael Wagner taking everything in stride, being professional about it. Let's watch.
With my initial statement that said, I don't give a fuck what you do, right? As long as you don't pollute the Web3 space, go and do whatever you want. But as soon as you start selling NFTs and saying, we're going to bring you the first initial thing of Star Atlas in 2022, call it a module, whatever you want. And what you were up to in July is you literally have a super basic tutorial where it's a person walking through. That is when I have to say, please stop wrecking our retail investors who are going to be my investors potentially and other AAA games investors. That's why I care, because I think what you're doing is unethical in my eyes.
Unethical. I can't play Illuvium right now either. You sold heaps of land.
In your case, is you're a bit intimidated about what we're doing. You're a bit jealous of the success that we've encountered, honestly. And
look at his face.
A primary motivator for you, Kieran, I'm going to be honest here, man. I'm going to be honest, man. A primary motivator for you is the money. Like, you've communicated that on Twitter in the past. That 100%. You know, a large component of your motivator is the money. That's not the case for us. I've been building in Web3 for a long time, man. Long time. We have a very broad vision. I'm fully committed to this. This is my life's work. I'll be doing this forever. Now, with that being said, this idea that we're damaging the Web3 ecosystem, sorry, Cat's jumping on the screen there. Web3 ecosystem it couldn't be more false. We have an incredibly passionate community who I'm very in touch with, who I interact with on a daily basis. By the way, big shout out to the Star Atlas community. You guys have been incredibly supportive in Discord, especially over the last couple of days in the face of this controversy. So our people are very passionate. We just hosted an event a month ago that we called COPA, the Council of Peace Assembly. And this was dedicated to guilds or DACs within our ecosystem. We had 39 submissions from guilds. We could only select 15 to provide a presentation. This was an 8-hour event that we hosted in Discord. And do you know how excited our community is? What they understand is that, yes, this is visionary and that they're participating in a component of gameplay, even though the game doesn't exist. They're participating in strategy today. We have an enormous amount of innovation going on across our ecosystem. People that are developing applications and products like the club's pit stop application, which directly interacts with our current gameplay feature, which is called Faction Fleet. And that does live on our website. And that is a Web3 native
being quiet so that we can enjoy
program that we wrote for gameplay that provides utility to our assets. So we are not damaging Web3. In fact, we're recruiting an enormous amount of people into Web3 and some of the most passionate
Look at his face.
Now, we're not exactly targeting the traditional gamer yet because we understand we don't have the AAA quality, fully immersive, full gameplay modals available that they want to play. We know that we need fun, entertaining, engaging mechanics to be able to recruit them into this space. But we will get there. Right. So what we're focused on today is ensuring that we support the community that supports us now and delivering utility to them and delivering utility to our assets and giving them the best experience possible. And if that's through communications, call it marketing, call it whatever you want, we are interacting with our community on a daily basis. I'm in Discord every day.
Not doubting that. Not doubting that for a second. I completely agree. Let's move on then. So obviously we'll have to agree to disagree on that.
Sure.
Part of why I think you're damaging the ecosystem is, and I'm very open about this. I'm very open about this with a lot of games, but you did.
So this is what it's like for the entire interview, right? Kieran comes across with like a jab, unethical accusations, questioning, like a low blow questioning. Michael gives a robust answer. Sometimes he doesn't quite answer the questions, which is Michael. That's what he does sometimes. He's a salesman, right? He still gives the answers, but Kieran doesn't really care, doesn't register with him. He doesn't I don't give a shit. That's what he says, right? Oh man, and this is the thing for the entire interview. And I'm sitting in my seat, I'm cringing. I'm like, oh, come on, no. Anyway, let's keep going. A little bit.
Sell ships before there's a game, right? Now, if you're saying the game's 3 to 5 years away before you're actually out there battling and going and building these.
Illuvium has done the same thing. They've sold ILV
you've gone and raised
and plots of land. I can't play my land right now.
No.
So we've sold over $200 million worth of ships.
I needed to see his reaction.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so you've gone and sold $200 million worth of NFTs, right? For a game that's going to be available in 3 to 5 years.
Okay,
And
I'm going to stop it there because there was a lot more to cover, right? Here are some second points that I thought I would make. So Kieran was just not happy about the development process that Star Atlas was taking, not having the devs organized in the same way that Illuvium was. Illuvium and Kieran were super proud to have their in-house dev team creating their Illuvium game. Whereas Star Atlas decided that the best course of action was to actually hire an outside company called Spirisoft. They've been making other games in entirety, and we have 30 dedicated UE5 designers and creators actually making the Star Atlas content. Kieran was not happy with this, okay? I don't know why, but he seems like, oh no, if you're not doing it, then it's not you. It's not your internal team. And he was so super fixated on the amount of people in the team. I'm like, really? And he was referring to a 6-month-old video or something. Other items that really he was trying to nitpick, right? He was like, Kieran was having a fixation on the user interface and the different decision pipelines, the decisions that Star Atlas had made. And it sounds like I'm taking the side of Star Atlas here, but man, Kieran made it super easy to take the side of Star Atlas. So he was going on about why Star Atlas needs to really delivered gameplay that looks like it has really great UI. And this is really not typical within games because traditionally you build the game first and then you sort out the UI at the end. Michael just came back and said, this is just our design process. UI might not matter to you, but it does to us, okay? Maybe we have a really good UI design person apart from you guys. So what's it matter? Now, here's my criticism of Michael at the moment. So Kieran was absolutely the aggressor in this debate. Not really a debate. Kieran was the aggressor. Michael was not taking any cheap shots, only when prompted. So most of the time it was Kieran taking shots at Michael either deflecting or either trying to give him the information he needs. The only time Michael actually got some shots in was when, talking about token price or so for example, Kieran said that a lot of people have been burnt because of the token price of Star Atlas going down. And then Michael just said, hey, we're actually outperformed you because your token price has gone down more than us. And then he was like, ooh, shit. Yeah. Second point he tried to make, he's like, Kieran always saying that Star Atlas making lots of deals behind the people's back. Yes, there was some history of this. In this example, going to Animoca brands and selling ships to them. And he's like, as a gameplay person, having someone that comes in with $100 million ship, first off, is just going to nuke you, just going to gank you, right? Illuvium has done exactly the same thing with YGG, okay? YGG has explicitly stated we came in to buy assets and to buy ILV, okay? Man, this was not a debate. This was cringy to the max, okay? I don't want to focus on this too much because it's been 13 minutes already. There has been some little back and forth on Twitter after the debate, and this is what I was interested in, okay? Let's have a look at some of them, right? So Michael Wagner did say, hey, Kieran, just curious if this is your treasury, just given your transparency. And he links it to the Etherscan address that we so far think is the Illuvium treasury. They have heaps of Illuvium, around 113 million in Illuvium. They've got Ethereum, just about 7,000, about 20,000 in USDC, 20 million in USDC. Michael, this was not necessary. Please do not continue to engage in afterthoughts. Okay, the thing is over. Let it rest. Do not stoop to his level. Okay, he clearly communicated that he was on this level, and you communicated you were on this level. Okay, do not come down to his level. That's what I'm saying. So yes, either way, we can see the treasury for ILV at the moment for Illuvium. Now, Kieran also did come back with some takeaways. He said takeaways for the debate. Super impressed that Michael was willing to enter a forum like that when he knew I was going to go hard. Genuine respect. He was mind blown that people bought NFTs that they can't play for likely 5+ years. And this is the theme of the video. Kieran is just mind blown that people are willing to go ahead and do this. Okay. So We know what we're getting into. No one forces us to sign that transaction. I'm the one that signs that transaction. And he can't get it through his head that, yes, I'd rather sign the transaction with Star Atlas than with Illuvium, okay? And he would love to do more debates in the future. Michael comes back and says, cheers, man. Hopefully you came out that with a better understanding of what exactly we're building and current deliveries. I continue to be supportive of Web3 innovation, not 5 years, playable this year, as I said, with a module. When you get closer to your open world pivot, let's chat. Man, this was crazy, right? This was crazy. I'm going to stop it there because you can go and watch the entire interview, and I was cringing most of the time. And funny enough, there was actually a post, right? There was a post to see who won. This wasn't the who won or who lost. I think both parties lost in this, to be honest. If anything, Star Atlas came out on top because people just got to see what a dick that Kieran was, being honest, okay? Yes, he's Aussie. Yes, he's direct. I'm direct as well. And I'm going to directly say he was a dick, okay? So we have someone called Buffessa. I think he's a content creator as well as an ambassador of Guild of Guardians, who won the Star Atlas and Illuvium debate on Kagi Jun's stream. We got nearly 600 votes, right? People are saying Kieran won at 51.4%. Michael Wagner won at 48.6%. Now, he's saying the mod. Man, this was not even a debate. No one actually won this because to win something, it had to be a debate, and it wasn't. I'm just going to keep saying it. All right, let's move on. Onto Star Atlas news. If you are from Illuvium, guys, I love you guys, right? I think we're all in this together, literally. If someone mentioned it on the post stream, if Star Atlas fails, it is likely to take Illuvium down another peg, okay? Because we are all in this small niche of Web3 gaming. If Illuvium fails, people are going to get so disheartened with Web3 gaming, they're not even going to try and participate in Star Atlas anymore. So we need both of these guys to succeed, okay? If either of them goes down, it takes down the entire system. Similar to, it takes down the entire industry. Similar to CFI, Celsius, Voyager, 3AC. Look at the contagion effect that was. That was crazy. We don't want that in Web3 gaming, okay? If people can see that Star Atlas or Illuvium, the two biggest games in Web3, lose their market share and go all the way down, what do you think is going to happen to all the other small Web3 games? They're going to go dead, okay? They're going to die. Now, let's go into this. This was a tactically tweeted tweet from Star Atlas about the ship maneuvering, which is a free flight module, right? Here's a sneak peek at another Unreal thing we've been working on, a ship flight module. Zip through the orbital track with team member Brad from the Mud faction and tell us if you'd like to be in the pilot seat. We can have a look at the actual video. Basically what it is, it's a flight module, right?
Hey guys, Brad here with the Star Atlas team, and we thought we'd give you guys a little sneak peek of something we've been working on. Now, to be clear, this is an internal demo, and I cannot say if or when it will make it into your hands, but it should give you guys a little taste of the progress we're making. The goal of this project was to test out our flight model and just kind of play around and see what's fun, what works, and what doesn't. So this is just a fun little mini game that we built. You start with 5 seconds on the timer, and every gate you fly through and target you hit adds time to your timer, with the objective being to get to the finish before time runs out. Big shout out to my fellow members of the Mud faction. Humanity first. Sorry, not sorry. Now, I would like to note for the record that the ship I'm flying is not a racing ship. It is, in fact, a freighter.
By the way, this is someone behind me right here who's actually playing this, right?
So if it looks like it handles like...
He's actually playing this in real life, and I can see from the finger movements and his hand movements, he's controlling the ship. So basically, he's saying that this is a freight ship. That's why it handles really badly. We have races in Star Atlas itself, so people will be able to race through this track, hopefully. It's a very simple mini-game design. You start out with a small timer, and every time you go past the checkpoint, you increase your timer. Higher difficulties will reduce the timer, and just means you have to go really fast and try and finish a track, right? Very simple concept, but it's super powerful at the moment, and this is like pre-alpha, right? Not even out anywhere for anyone to try. They're just still in internal testing.
Like a pregnant whale. That is by design. But as you can see, I have my HOTAS set up. That was something that was very important to me to get joystick support, because no self-respecting pilot flies with a mouse and keyboard. Despite this ship not yet having an interior, because it's still a work in progress, I still prefer this first-person view. I've always flown that way. I'm just a huge Space Sim fan. I love all of them. I've got literally thousands of hours on the stick. So for me to be able to work on this game is really just a dream come true. And I know everyone on this team feels the same way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little peek behind the curtain. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do this without you guys. But hold on to your butts, because there's a lot more alpha coming your way soon.
That was pretty good in my opinion. So this was one of the small things that they're working on the side, because they have different product lines. They have Scream, they have the showroom, and then they have the free flight module, and then another small surprise that they said they were coming. This is good in itself. I'm not sure we're going to have a lot of people being able to play this, but there is a giant community, a niche community that are interested in free flight simulation, right? And this guy obviously said he was as well. For me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play this, but obviously I would love to stream this. I would love to improve my flight skills. I just don't know when it's actually going to be available, when it's going to come out, anything like that. Man, so I feel like I've talked a lot. It's been 20 minutes already. I'm going to link the interview down below. I want you to watch it yourself, make up your own decision, because Kieran really came off like an asshole, to be honest. Michael Wagner didn't answer some of the questions, but he gave good responses either way to most of the questions that were being asked. Michael, don't stoop down to his level. Kieran, Illuvium people, if you're watching this, Jesus Christ, this is the leader that's representing your community. Are you guys happy with that? I would not be happy with that as a leader. Look at what happened to Suzu from 3AC. Look at what happened to Celsius and Mashinsky, and all the other thing about UST, Do Kwon. Oh my God. The personalities is what's going to kill this space, okay? This is crypto winter. This is now not the time for us to be fighting each other. We need to be building together, coming together, and sharing infrastructure ideas between these two prominent gaming communities. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe for me. Ciao.